Injury list first. We had 5 players that didn't practice today. Jonathan Banks, Austin Sparron Jenkins, Donovan Smith, Evan Smith, and Luke Stocker. No practice. You have to have a pretty significant injury not to practice. Everybody else at least practice on a limited basis. Good hot day to get some work in Tampa. I'll take your question.
Serious of an injury does Donovan have? Is that a new one, or is it back on what he got earlier in the season?
He has a knee injury. He has a knee injury, and he wasn't able to practice. Hopefully tomorrow he'll be a lot better and might be able to practice tomorrow.
But we can't ask you whether you'd move Cosner or left and Pample to right. Or
sure you can. You're talking about an announcer with it too. Sure, anything. You ask anything amongst friends. Of course, I can't talk about things like that. You understand why. So, but I like the group we did work out there.
Talk a little about Quan Alexander, the challenge he's got this week with facing Cam Newton.
Quan and everybody else, you mean?
Well, yes, but I mean, this is a rookie middle linebacker going against
I hear you, Roy. No, it's I'm on record. I think Cam Newton is as good a quarterback as there is around. I think what he can do in the pocket. I think if he just stayed in the pocket, he could be a real good drop back quarterback. So yes, for a rookie linebacker, facing a guy like that. But he's facing a few other good quarterbacks too. I think it'll be that way for him just about every week. But again, Cam Newton is a challenge with his mobility along with being able to throw the ball.
Greg Olsen is another guy that's a linebacker is probably going to have to keep an eye on him. Had a couple good games last year against you guys. Maybe you can talk about him and the challenges he presents.
He does present quite a few challenges. He's got excellent speed, great hands. He's been playing at a high level in this league for a long time, so all the ins and outs of playing tight end, whether it be inline, in the backfield, or split out wide, he's got it down. So he's had good games against us in the past. Of course, I know him personally, and of course, they have some good weapons. He is definitely one of the weapons. I was them. I try to get him the ball as much as possible, which I'm sure they'll try to do, and we need to be ready for it.
Lovie, another one of your former players, Peanut Tillman's now with Carolina.
Peanut.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on maybe, are you sharing any more about maybe his bag of tricks in terms of getting the ball loose? Because I'm sure he's told all the Panthers players, all that arsenal that he had.
I just know he's about as good as there is. Of course, as good as I've ever seen to be able to get the ball out. It's a trait that is something that's acquired and all that. Whatever it is, he has it. He's done it consistently. So for us, on the other side of the ball, we're constantly harping about ball security with whoever has the football. Our guys know how important it is this week. But on the other hand, that's what we need to be able to do too. Is normally going to come down that turnover ratio, and we need to take the ball away more than we have, and more, of course, than we did this past weekend.
Lovie, could you talk a little bit about their defense in terms of they may get Kuechly back this week and they add Jared Allen, so something you haven't really seen on tape this year. I know you've seen those guys before and you're familiar with them, but how does that add to the mix?
Well, yes, Jared Allen, of course, many years. Seemed like every year I was there, of course. We had to have a plan for him. There are some outside pass rushers in the league. He's rushed the passer well for many years. He has a non-stop motor, so it's tough duty going against a player like that. They're better defense with him out there. Similar scheme, so he should be able to pick that up fairly quick. We assume we're going to see quite a bit of him this weekend. And Luke Kuechly is as good a Mike linebacker as there is, playing the game. If he's able to go, he's been out with an injury. You want to see great players in the league not be out because of injury. So, but if he chooses to not play this weekend, we'll be all right with that too. But, and, you know, as we talk about Quan Alexander, I mean, this is a standard. So, as Quan starts climbing the chart on being recognized as one of the best linebackers around, he needs to catch guys like Kuechly. But if he's not there, I mean, they filled in well last week. Some good young players, and it should be okay too.
Well, there'll be a lot of similarities in resumes between Winston and Cam Newton, and the way they came to this league, even under some scrutiny for that matter off the field. But I mean, when you look at the path of the Carolina Panthers, is it not a surprise to you that it sort of started to go that way with that first year? They were 2-14 as well when he was drafted.
No, no, I'm not surprised that, as you mentioned, I mean, he was a great player in college, and you knew it would transfer right into the league. And of course, you want it to happen right away. Sometimes it doesn't happen right away, but you know, both of them are great quarterbacks that are going to help their teams win a lot of games. And we talked about what all Cam has been able to do, but for a player like Jameis Winston, as I talk about Quan Alexander, looking at Luke Kuechly, a player like Jameis, of course, you know, seeing, you know, the guy that he's going against on the other side. I mean, that has to, you know, get your blood flowing a little bit. You look forward to that. And I know he is. It's a big game for all of our team. I know how much he's into it.
You know, looking at Cam's stats from his rookie season, it looks like when he had a pretty good game and put them in a position to win it, they won more than they lost. Is that the key with a rookie quarterback? When he's on or puts you in a position to win or not lose the game, that you got to close on those games?
Well, I think every quarterback first, you can't lose it by turning the ball over as much as anything. So you start with that. You don't want to, make a whole lot of bad decisions to really put your team in a hole. But I think as a quarterback, we draft quarterbacks, and everybody's looking for a quarterback when things aren't going well. You need somebody that, hey, to take the team on their shoulders and go with it. If you talk about great quarterbacks, that's what they do. And there'll come a time when Jameis will be doing that for us. Maybe it's this weekend, but there'll come a time when he'll be doing that. He has that type of talent.
Well, you guys already snapped one losing streak in the division this year by beating the Saints, and it's been 4 games in a row losses to Carolina. What would that mean? Just to get another division win this year and snap that losing streak?
It's huge for us. You know, we talked about finishing up the quarter 2-2, but what I'm talking our team about is that we realize, we understand what our record is, but we have a chance to be 2-0 in the division, and that's what it's about. And to defeat, the team that's held that title, yes, they've beaten us, they swept us both times, but I mean, they're at the top. They were defending champions in our division, so in order for you to say that you're ready to make a move, you got to knock out the champ. I mean, that's where we are.
Anything else?
Thank you.